If she gave herself to him 18 hours, but made you wait 4 months. IT was never about timing. IT wasn't about respect or values or boundaries. IT was about how she saw you. The moment she met you, you didn't lose because you lacked value. You lost because she could read you like a script. There was no mystery, no tension, no spark. She didn't need to think about IT. She felt IT immediately. And that feeling, IT put you in a box. First, the harsh truth. You were never in the category you thought you were. Not because you said the wrong thing, but because your energy told her everything. Before you always hit a chance to. You walked in hoping to impress. He walked in with nothing to prove. And that contrast. She felt IT. This isn't about blaming her. It's about facing what no one told. You're not here to feel better. You're here to wake up. And after this, you'll never see rejection the same way. Again, not as a loss, but as a signal that something in you must shift if you ever want to be seen differently. Let's keep going. Number 1. The unspoken rule. She doesn't need 3 dates to know who you are. She doesn't need candlelit dinners or deep talks under the stars. She sees you before you say a single, or not with her race, but with her instinct. Your presence tells her everything. Your energy hands her the full script. And in less than 10 seconds, you've already been sorted. Not fairly, not consciously, but instantly. There are only 3 boxes. First, the man she sleeps with when she craves a rush, a thrill, something raw. Second, the provider, the one she leans on for security, validity on comfort. Third, the free end, harmless, soft, safe, but never touched. And it is the part most men never get. You don't climb your way up. You don't move boxes by trying harder. She doesn't resign you just because you waited, paid, or stayed. Once she places you, you become the background polity predictably. For the table, you without effort would change her mind. IT doesn't, because this isn't about actions. It's about perception. And perception is fast. She decided before the conversation even began. Now the only question is, which box were you in? Number 2, the 3 male categories. There are 3 roles a man can play in. Horse-story and only one of them leads to passion. Let's break them down. The first is the wild card. Is bold, unpredictably, and doesn't play safe. He doesn't flatter. He teases. He doesn't seek approval. He stirs emotion. He walks into her life like a spark, and suddenly she's wide awake. He makes her feel something primo. And when a T feels that real, she doesn't wait. The second is the stable one. Is solid, kind, predictably. She might imagine a future with him, but never a night she can't forget. She tells her friends to suit, but her body never acts for him. She delays the intimacy, not because she's being careful, but because there is no urgency. And the third is the emotional mule. He listens, he supports, he gives endlessly, he pays, he waits, he hopes. But what he gets in return is not hunger, just hugs, not craving, just comfort. He becomes her daddy, but never her desire. And if you've ever found yourself holding her tears while she runs to someone else, you now understand the role you've unknowingly accepted. There are 3 types. The queerness. Which one have you been? Number 3. Sexual chemistry versus emotional safety. Loss doesn't wait. IT doesn't need logic. IT doesn't ask for permission. If she feels IT, she moves. If she doesn't, no list of good deeds will change your mind. The man should sleep is quickly. He didn't ask. He didn't prove. He didn't earn. He entered with a quiet pull, attention, in ages presence. That made her body say yes before her. Tautska utap, you, on the water. Hint, shut up safe, emotionally. Available, kind. She smiled. She thanked you, but she didn't feel it. Because city towards park is comfort. Dash, not craving. And you wonder why nothing ever happened. You were doing everything right. You listened. You cared. You stayed. But the truth, you never touched the part of her that needed to be reawakened. Because this reason built like trust. It's not a slabern. It's a flush. IT. Doesn't grow. IT ignites. And if that ignition doesn't happen, early, you spent months chasing something that was never there. Not because you're not in awe, but because your body never flinched when you walked in. That's the part they never tell you. But now you know. Number 4, which was a nice guy, is said. Ignore it and left the ROI. The nice guy doesn't fail because he's good. He fails because he's disparity. He gives what no one asked for. Buys gifts to earn emotion. Takes first. Takes again. Can resent her when she stays silent. But she never asked. She didn't reject kindness. She rejected the pressure behind IT. IT. As in generosity. IT was a play. You yearned to set. You were dismissed. But you kept showing up, kept hovering. So she took and told herself, it's just a friend too. But friends don't pay rent. Friends don't obsess over stories. Friends don't wait months in silence, hoping to be seen. You yearned her. Friend. You were her cushion, her fall back, her emotional safety net. Amen. She could lean on but never lean into. And she never respected that. Not because you were weak, but because you give yourself weight toward being asked. Not once, but again and again. That's not love. That's sacrifice. Weight toward return. And deep down, you know it. Number 5, the psychology of family. Filtering. You think it's about money or height or sending the perfect message, but she doesn't remember your car, your texts, or how much you make. She remembers how you made her feel. The one she chooses quickly don't always look bad. They just leave more of a mark. They carry tension in their voice. They speak with pause. They move like heavy got nothing to prove. IT unsettles her, and that's what pulls her in. Because mystery creates friction. Friction creates curiosity. And curiosity breaks her logic. You're talking about goals. Is leaning in sync, nothing, and she feels IT, not in her head, but in her spine. Number 6, harmony, testing, and comportments work against you. If she isn't drawn to you, stop trying to win her over. The more you give, the less she feels. A compliment too soon. She rolls her race. Pay too early, you become her provider. Checked her non-stop. You had just made her the center of her life. She hasn't earned a place in you. Believe generosity builds attraction. IT doesn't. IT only amplifies us. Already there. With or desire. You are. Kindness feels like a trade. And she doesn't sleep with trade-offs. She sleeps with risks. She gives herself to the man who feels unpredictably. Not the one who makes sense. You're not losing because you're bad. You're losing because you're calculated. Predictably. She doesn't want to be bowed. She wants to be moved. And that